Sabrina again. Welcome to my kitchen, and today we're going to make one of my favorite cookies. It's not necessarily a Christmas cookie, but I always make them at Christmas. So in our house, it's a Christmas cookie. So these are almond crescents. They're almond shaped, and they're all I'm going to listen to me. Almond shaped. They're crescent shaped and almond flavored and dipped in chocolate, and they're like yum. So it's kind of like a butter cookie. There's no rising to these. They're a very dense, yummy cookie. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with creaming our butter. So I usually like to chop up my butter. I did have this out a little bit, so it's cutting up nice and smooth. When it's harder, I kind of cut down the middle and then cut it in smaller pieces, but this isn't so bad. So we're gonna start with 1 cup of butter. So that's, in American measures, 2 sticks of butter. Or if you want to say in European measures, it's, let's see, each stick is half a cup, which is 113 grams, so 226 grams. 225, I think, is a packet, and that's fine. So, boop. Okay. So, I don't know where I got the boop from, but I use it all the time. All right, so we're going to start with our butter and our sugar. So what we put in here is 3/4 of a cup. Actually, you can go 2/3 to 3/4 of a cup of powdered sugar. Okay, really easy. And then we're going to do 1 egg. So I'm going to always crack it into another container. Make sure you got no shells. Okay. So in the mixer, we have 1 cup of butter, 2/3 to 3/4 cup of sugar. I always cut the sugar, and let me tell you, they're plenty sweet. Plus, we're dipping them in chocolate. And then 1 egg. So we're going to cream that, as they say. I don't know if they say that in current recipes. I haven't looked at a recipe in so long, but like in my grandmother's old recipes and everything, it says cream the butter and sugar. I guess they still use it. I don't know. I just have recipes that are just ingredients, and I just, do my thing. All right, so I'm going to just turn this up for a second. Okay, it's nice and creamed up. Now, those of you who watch me know I'm a natural, organic, everything. It just so happens that I have 1 kid that's sensitive to nuts, and we all love almond flavoring. These are an almond flavored. Usually I use pure almond and everything. This is the one thing I found a really decent imitation almond, so it has no nuts in it. So remember, if you have anybody with a nut allergy, pay attention, because I have some cookies that have nuts in them, and that's a whole different story. I keep them on a separate tray. But for things that are almond flavored, because it's only once in a while, I will defer to an imitation almond because we love the flavor. And this one's actually McCormick Culinary. It's a big one, and it's, great big giant one. And, I buckled down, and so that my son Tino can have these. Okay, so it's about a teaspoon or 2, however you like. I put it in with the butter, and then we're going to put in 2.5 cups of flour. Now, just so you know, this time of year, I'm doing so much baking that all I have is my big giant containers full of my flour and my everything. And to pull them all out here would be very, take up a lot of space. So I did, for once, put everything in separate. That's why I had my sugar in the bowl and everything. So we're going to put the flour in a little bit at a time. Let it mix. And that's that. FYI, all these little cups, these measuring cup, they are measuring / awesome, these 3 sizes. Just saying, I love my Pampered Chef stuff. Okay, so initially, it's really grainy. It's all just little pieces of, it looks like it's just flour and butter, like, crumbles. But once you give it a little bit of minutes here, hopefully not too much that it flies out of the top, all of a sudden it comes together. Oops, we'll slow it down. All right, starting to come together already. You see, you can hear it because now it's thumping. Okay, now, one thing I want to share with you is that if you use unsalted butter, lately I've been using a lot more unsalted butter. I used my last 2 sticks of salted butter. I'm using all unsalted. Anytime you use unsalted butter, make sure that you put in about 1/4 teaspoon. So that's like this size right here, a teeny weeny, or like the tip of a demi-tasse spoon, like maybe 1/3 of a demi-tasse spoon. That's an espresso spoon for those of you who don't know what demi-tasse means. Demi-tasse, half cup, little cup. Anyway, just saying. Make sure you add 1/4 teaspoon of salt to your mix if you're making if you're baking with unsalted butter. Okay, so here you can see we have this beautiful dough. But what I'm going to do is, since I made some already so that I could show you basically all I do here. I did this one batch at a time so that I could show you all. But you just take your dough out, and I just knead it into a ball. And everything is nicer when you let it rest for a little bit. So I've got this nice ball of dough. I'm going to cover this in plastic. The plastic I just took off that dough. And here we go. We've got a nice ball of dough. And all we do to make these cookies, so this is such a simple cookie. I have my cookie sheet here. I do have parchment on it. These cookies don't stick, so they're great. So all you're going to do, you're going to take off a nice pinch, probably about the size of, I don't know what you call that, the size of 1/4 but in a ball. So we're going to roll it into a ball, and then you just move your hand. So you go this way, and then you go this way. Now we've got like a little log. All you do is gently pinch the ends and bend it in, and that's it. And we have a little crescent. So pay attention, because I've had people try to make these with me, and they're like, I don't know what to do. They're trying to start from here. No, little ball, nice little smooth ball, and then turn your hands to log it. Make it a log. And then you have a nice little crescent shape. Okay, so roll, roll, pinch, and lightly bend. That's all. Now, obviously, you can make these any shape you want. You could make them into just logs, but they're never even, you know. It's better when you pinch them and they've got a little shape to them. They don't grow too much, and depending on how big you make them, but make sure you try to make them all the same size, obviously. And let's make them some space here. We'll go 3 across and like 6 down. And I'm gonna put these babies in the oven. So you put these in an oven. I have them in a 375 oven, but again, as I've told you guys before, my oven goes a little cool. So 350 to 375, and you're talking a good 15 minutes. Check them. So today I actually timed the first batch exactly, and it was about 16 minutes. So I would say set your timer on for 12 minutes and keep an eye on them, and do your first tray. And then, because these go from beautiful light color to burnt very quickly, just because they're like almost, you know, they're all butter, lots of butter. And this will be 18. So this probably make you about 48 cookies once you're done. All right. And we're gonna put these babies in the oven. And voila! Oh look, they're cooked already. So now I'm going to show you the fun part. Move that dough over for a minute. because I don't want to put it on I could put them on the parchment, but I want to reuse this parchment. When your parchment is clean, just pay attention. You know, I buy parchment. Let me share with you. I buy parchment by this big box full. This box is, I think it was 100 sheets. It doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure it was 100 sheets. Somewhere it says that. Anyway, you know, even though there's 100 of them in there and I can use a bunch, I can use a new one every time if I want. If they're still clean from a nice clean type of cookie like this, by all means use it again. You know, no need to be wasting. Okay. So I heated up some water underneath here with a little bowl on top, and I melted some chocolate chips. I didn't show you that because, you know, it's just chocolate chips melted in a bowl. So I'm nice and stirred up here. Okay. And now what we do is we take, now do them all the same direction. So I always hold the moon this way and dunk this way. So you're going to dunk your little thing in there, and you have a little crescent tip on there. So I'm going to go down here, shake some off. We don't want them too thick. Okay, see how cute they are? And then there's a couple things you can do with this. So first of all, I only melted, you know, brown chocolate today. This is semi-sweet. You can do milk chocolate, you can do dark chocolate, you can do white chocolate. When I do the white chocolate at the holidays, oftentimes what I'll do is I'll get some red and green sprinkles, and I'll take this and then dip a little end in the sprinkles. And it's really nice. It's festive. So I have some chocolate. You can also, if you want, take some melted white chocolate and just like drizzle, you know, little stripes on the dark chocolate. And that's really pretty and fancy also. So this is it. How fast and easy was this recipe? Okay, throw it together. You make your little roll this way, roll that way shapes, and then just a quick dip, let them dry, and put them in a tin. They will last if you can keep from eating them. They will last till Christmas for sure. They don't last very long in my house. This is one of the first cookies to go. And I don't know why I'm making it first, but I realized as I was going through all my cookies that I've done on video, oh, uh-oh, chocolate on my finger. I better not lick my finger though. Okay, and look, I've gone all the same direction. They do look funny. I mean, actually nobody knows the difference. You could go this side, you could go this side, but I like them all being in one direction, you know, because I could tip either side. You could also do one here if you wanted. Oh, see, that's backwards, okay. I always have to look at the other ones. And then the final one was the one that I bit off to taste. So I'm just gonna do a little chocolate on the end. I want to show you. Okay, now I can lick my finger. So I'm not doing anything else. They have a nice crumb. They break like a butter cookie. They're not chewy. They have almost like a shortbread kind of consistency. So if you like that, which I do, that's that. And now we have some cute almond crescents that are going to just dry, and then they're going to go in a tin with wax paper between them. Let me just, for the heck of it here, take a peek at the ones that are in the oven. Okay, not quite done. And I didn't put the timer on, so I'm going to have to watch this tray. But after that, I will use my timer. Wait a minute. Do I have chocolate on my face? No, good. At least, wait. I don't know if that was from my hand or my face. I hope I didn't have chocolate on my face. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this cookie. This is one of my favorite cookies that I make a couple times a year, but I always make them at Christmas. My kids love them. So I call them almond crescents, and I will post the recipe immediately, if not sooner. But in case you have a pen in your hand right now, it's 1 cup of butter, 2/3 to 3/4 cup of powdered sugar, not packed, just scooped, 1 egg, cream that, then add your almond flavoring, either almond or real extract, which is what I prefer, or imitation extract if you have to, because somebody has a nut allergy. But it's a nice thing to do when you offer Christmas cookies to somebody. Say, guess what? I made these with artificial almond, so you can have them because you're nut free. And then you add 2.5 cups of flour, and that's it. Okay, and then you just melt down some chocolate chips and do the dippy do. Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed this cookie recipe. Yummy, yummy. I'm not going to eat another one. I had 1. That's it today. And I'm going to save them for somebody to have some. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed these cookies. I hope you don't eat them all before Christmas. And I hope you'll stay tuned. Please, if you don't already subscribe to my YouTube channel, please look up Doreena's Kitchen YouTube.com/Doreena's Kitchen, Instagram.com/Doreena's Kitchen, and of course here on Facebook. If you don't already subscribe or like and follow, please like and follow. I really appreciate it. I'm a little tongue-tied today. Too many almond, just sniffing cookies, it's like a drug. Anyway, so please, and if you would please share my stuff. I'm really trying to, gain a bigger following and make it out there so that we can share the whole back to the table movement with people. And to remind you that, like if you make these during the year, this is a nice quick cookie to make. And they're really good even plain, so you don't even need to. You could sprinkle these with powdered sugar if you want to make them really quick, because it is a quick recipe to make. Throw them in the oven and just sprinkle them with powdered sugar. That's nice too. But just remember, dinner brings them to the table, but dessert keeps them there a little longer. So if you're going to make desserts, make them so they're not too sweet like this one. So that way you can enjoy them without worrying about sugar and carbs and diabetes and all the things that, too much sweets brings us. So let's enjoy them the right way, in moderation, okay? And if anybody enjoys this, this little broadcast, I would love it if you would send me some stars. It's the only way I'm making a little bit right now. And please check out on my my pages, all of my pages on my Facebook and on my Instagram. You can go to the link in my Instagram. Look up my Amazon page. It's Doreena's Kitchen. It's Amazon.com/shop/Doreena's Kitchen, and do your holiday shopping through my store. Whether you like my suggestions or you just go into Amazon via my store, I really appreciate it. I get a little bit of credit for that. So anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you the next time with another holiday treat. Okay? Ciao.